you think that youth basketball players are more predisposed to the common injuries we see in the sport than the higher level guys? All right, due to the absence of any sort of training program usually at a youth level, our younger athletes, especially when they're going through growth spurts, are going to be a little bit higher risk or predisposed to the common injuries that we see in basketball. What we need to do is potentially look back at some of the other videos that we've put out, but body weight strengthening is always a good way to better prepare ourselves and make sure that we are as set up as we could possibly be for success. If you've played basketball for a long period of time, you've probably had some knee pain. Lots of jumping creates scenarios where the front end of that knee, patellar tendonitis is a term you'll hear, jumper's knee is the term you'll hear. Both of those things are because we didn't necessarily prepare ourselves for the stresses that we are going to put on our body in a sport like basketball where it's very explosive and there's a lot of volume on top of the jumping and sprinting piece of this. So these 3 exercises will help you get through that. First one is a wall sit. You're just going to set up like you would any other time you've done a wall sit, but we're going to pop one leg off and make this a little bit harder. You can toy with the angle. What we're really looking for is something that is challenging for up to about 30 to 45 seconds. All right, next we're working on a backwards step down. We're trying to control the depth of this movement. So you can go to the first step if that's all you can handle, go to the second step at home. If you have plyo boxes at home, they're a really great option. Somewhere between that 12 to 18 inches should be pretty perfect. What we're trying to do here is a slow controlled depth of the movement, like I said before. Really get down into the depth, tap the heel or the toe if that's all you can do, and right back and out. Up doesn't matter as fast as you want. Down is the piece that we really need to focus on. All right, last one is the skater squat. So we're gonna back up to the pad. With this one, if you need a little bit more cushion, set up yourself with a target that's reasonable for what your capabilities are. I'm gonna try to get my force to go very vertical with this. I want the back knee to drop down towards my heel with slow control and then return back up to the top. All right, so the 3 exercises that we went through today, the single leg wall sit, we're setting up to try to maintain that position for an extensive period of time, really trying to develop activation of that quad, but stiffness throughout that as well, right? That is something that's going to help prepare the tendon for the types of load, especially at the volume at which we're trying to jump back into, especially for somebody that came off the football field or another sport and jumped right into jumping 100 times the practice. So that's something that will help kind of prepare us for those types of loads. The other 2 exercises, the posterior step down and that skater squat, those are both slow, what we call eccentric exercises. So we're trying to go through the range that we're capable of maintaining, but also with control. The controlled depth of both of those pieces are vital to our performance going forward, not only to make you a stronger athlete, but to prepare your body a little bit more for the higher loads that we're going to have to use in our basketball activities.